Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's trivia. Boomers. Hello, Randy.
Hi Randy, how you doing?
How was your vacation in Pigeon Forge?
There's a lot of people were on vacation this
Oh
last
my
week.
gosh. Yeah.
Hey Jeff and Tootsie, how's it going?
Hey. Hey, Hike with Mike. Welcome. Yeah, so tonight's one will be strictly boomers related questions.
Randy says it was good, ready to go back.
Yeah. Yeah. We're hoping we can make it sometime this year, but we
Hey
don't
Gary, 2 R's.
know. Hey,
Steve White.
Steve. Welcome. But don't know. It's hard to say.
What's everybody up to today?
We've had sunny weather today, but cooler. Not as bad as it's been, but
It's good to see the sunshine because,
yeah.
after having cold and stuff.
And all the rain we've been having. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Missy.
Hey Missy, yep, I'm back.
Welcome.
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing well too. Steve says going to be 30 here in Canton.
Yeah, we're supposed to have 30
Yeah.
here tomorrow too, and more freezing coming this weekend too.
Hey Ed.
Hey, Ed. Welcome. What is that picture he's got on there?
Hello, waving. I think.
Yeah, it's one of those new ones. I know. I've seen some of those emojis are like what?
I know they're colorful. At least you could see them better.
Yeah.
Than the little ones.
From here, it kind of looks like a sea monster waving a hand.
Could be.
Gotta wait a couple more minutes before getting started.
Fiasco. Gary says, "Hey, Fiasco, Jeff, and Sweet Tootsie."
Oh my goodness.
Hey, we all get fiascos from time to time. I think
we do.
Poor Jeff. I guess he's been tagged as the fiasco guy.
Yep. He likes the fiascos, and he likes to him and the hot chocolate, which we all know where the best hot chocolate is.
Hike with Mike says we have escaped all the rain this winter. The swamp is really dry. I have made it out on the swamp to new areas that used to be unpassable. Oh yeah. Hey Candace.
Hey, welcome.
How are you doing? Jeff says I get them every Tuesday. Fiascos.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of rain. Probably the rain that you're not getting down there. We've been getting a lot of it. We're probably going to have a record rainfall for this year.
I mean, how many inches do you think? Did they say we had or something? It seemed like it was way above what we normally
get. I think we're.
And you were just in the third month.
Yeah, so. I know. It's like I think we've had. Well, so far this month we've had already 9 inches.
9
just
inches.
For the month.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, which is definitely a record rainfall. And let's see. Checking to see what our. Yeah, I think we've had already about 23, 24 inches for the year so far.
For the year. Goodness.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
That is. We don't normally. Last year we had maybe 6 inches for the first 4 months. They're already
Yeah.
having like
Can't
it's
complain,
ridiculous.
though.
No.
Might end up with a drought later in the year.
Oh, please no. Because then we got to hang on. Hey, Peter North, welcome.
Where do you live at? Gilligan's Island? Gilligan's Island? Oh, yeah, with all the rain.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a lot of rain.
It says, I see you.
Yeah, it's one of those ones.
Uh-huh. I know those are fun emojis, aren't they?
Oh my gosh. Well, we're gonna get this boomers started. And it's strictly boomers night, so if you know the answer, just let us know. And there's no points. Missy found one too. Who stars as Kurt Henderson in American Graffiti? And if you need a little reference, Kurt was the one that was chasing Suzanne Summers in the Thunderbird.
So you're looking for the
actor's name. Who?
Jeff and Tootsie says no clue. Missy says John Travolta. Candace says, oh, that's a hard one. Ike with Mike says he was in Jaws. I can't remember his name.
I'll give you another hint. He was also in Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Mr. Holland's Opus.
Yeah, he was also in Mr. Holland's Opus.
Steve says Dreyfuss.
There we go.
Yep, now the answer
Yep.
is Candace says Richard Dreyfuss.
Hey, William Smith, welcome.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, he was trying to figure out.
Yeah, every
Where's
goes around a corner and
her.
it goes past another one.
Yeah, you get a chance. Watch that movie for anyone
That's a good movie.
who hasn't seen it. It's a classic.
It is.
And when we get tired of seeing the junk on TV, which is often, we just go back to the classics. So
next question. What actor stars in 1977's Slapshot, which is a movie about hockey?
Like with Mike says, I used to work the VIP room for Delta in Tampa
Oh,
Airport.
wow.
Suzanne was not a pleasant person.
Really?
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
Randy says Paul Newman. Missy said Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, it seems like when some of these people get money and then they start being rude to people.
Yeah.
Steve says Tampa Airport is 100 times better than Atlanta Airport, LOL.
Yeah, and it's also easier to get around Tampa Airport than Atlanta. So the correct answer on that one is Paul Newman.
So Randy got that.
Good job, Randy. This Italian-American singer and international star found success with top charting singles such as Who's Sorry Now, Stupid Cupid, and Everybody's Somebody's Fool.
Jeff and Tootsie said Charlotte got all the airports beat. Hike with Mike says Marianne Don Wells was really cool. She stopped by a lot at the VIP club. Great person. Her and Vanna White were regular people.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's nice. At least you got some nice people coming through there. Missy says Frank Sinatra.
I'll give you
Hike with
one.
Mike says Frank Sinatra.
I'll give you one hint. Her name is the first name of the person. Yeah.
Candace says she was very nice on Twitter too, Mike.
Hmm.
William Smith says Connie Francis.
Yep, that's who it was. Connie Francis. Good job. What 1960s fashion trend featured a garment with a hemline above the knee?
Jeff Atuzzi says I was number 2 Nightbot.
Oh, good grief.
Candace says miniskirt. Missy T says miniskirt.
Oh, Missy T's on here too.
Missy Brock says a poodle skirt. So it was a miniskirt.
It was the miniskirt. Which sorry that again. This iconic TV personality is best known for hosting the Newlywed Game since 1966.
Hike with Mike says I met Evander Holyfield
Oh,
at the VIP room. He was a very humble person. I chatted with him about religion. It was a great conversation.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Candace Hill.
William Smith says Bob. Bob Eubanks. Candace Hill says Evander was the heavyweight boxing champ at the time.
Ah.
Missy T says Bob Eubanks. Jeff and Tootsie says wasn't mini skirts, it was peekaboo dresses. Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah, the correct answer on that one was Bob Eubanks.
Oh, okay. Because there was a Chuck Woolery.
Yeah, it wasn't Chuck. Next question. Which English group had a hit with The House of the Rising Sun? That's a good one. I like that song. I know what it's about, but I still like the song.
Missy T says Animals. Hike with Mike says, was Bob Eubanks the guy with the classic widow's peak hairdo?
Yep, that was Bob Eubanks. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Missy Brock says, love that song.
Yeah, same here.
That's a good one.
Yep. The video of that is really interesting. It looks like all the old era clothing that they wore and stuff.
William Smith says it was about New Orleans, I think.
Yep.
Jeff and Tootsie says, wait, the quote was actually peekaboo blouses. Andy Griffith Show.
Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, the answer on that one was the Animals. Next question. Paul Newman and Robert Redford star in this 1969 American Western about a pair of robbers on the run. That's a classic movie, too. Only watched it once, but it's a classic. There you go.
Steve says Butch Cassidy. Hike Mike says Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Sundance. Yeah.
Hey, Cindy Lou, welcome.
Hey, Cindy. Butch Cassidy, she said.
Yep.
So did Jeff and Tootsie.
Spaceman.
Hey, Spaceman.
Yep, it's Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Hike with Mike says, love the song Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head from that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know.
The newspaper editor in The Mary Tyler Moore Show later spun off into his own series called what? Hey, girl, welcome. And Wahoo.
Oh yeah, I see. I see. Hello, how are you? It just kind of
They just popped in.
popped up really fast, and I missed him there.
Yeah, I know. It jumped.
Hike with Mike says too close for comfort. Cindy says Lou Grant. Guru says Love Boat. Spaceman says, "Wow, we have a Tootsie and a turtle in the chat." Bob Newhart show. Bob Newhart. Lou Grant.
Yep, the answer on that one was Lou Grant. ABBA came on the scene in 1974 with this single.
Missy Brock says, "Oh, Love Boat, good show." Dancing Queen, Crimson and Clover, Waterloo, Queen, Dancing Queen.
Jeff and Tootsie, I know that one. Well, the correct answer on that is Waterloo. Not
Oh, was it
Queen.
Waterloo?
It was Waterloo.
Really?
Not Dancing Queen, yeah.
Oh. A lot of Dancing Queen answers.
Yeah, I know.
Huh, I would have thought it would have been Dancing Queen, but
That's what the answer was.
because I thought Dancing Queen was a lot better of a song than.
Well, Waterloo was their first
Yep.
single.
You know, I did too, Jeff.
What company introduced the first indoor foam ball toy? Tongue-tied there.
Hike with Mike says 74 was a bit too early for disco.
Yeah, really. Dancing Queen, disco.
Yeah.
That's why.
Cindy Lou who says Nerf. So does Missy Brock, Missy T, Jeff and Tootsie, Guru. They all say Nerf.
Yep, it's Nerf. That's the company.
Yep.
Next question. This comedy with an ensemble cast follows a wild chase for a treasure hidden under a big W.
Oh, I know that one.
That's a good one, and that is a classic one too. And if you haven't seen it,
you need to see it.
You definitely need to see it. It is hilarious. I want to see that again sometime. That is so funny.
Cindy says Around the World in 80 Days. Guru says it's a mad, mad world. Missy Brock says Blazing Saddles. Spaceman says The Wild, Wild, Wild. Can't remember the rest.
Oh my.
Give it a minute.
Yep.
Another minute.
I'll give it a minute. That's a good way to put it there,
yeah,
William.
William.
You're short one M though.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
We know what you mean.
We know. The A-Team.
The A-Team?
Hey, Tuber Chat.
Hey, Kevin, welcome.
Well, I guess all the answers are. So
the answer is it's a mad, 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 mad world. And if you haven't seen it, you have to see it. That one's a good one. Next question. Who plays Robin in the 1960s Batman TV series?
Thanks, Tuber Chat, for sharing.
Thank you.
Cindy says Burt Ward.
There we go.
Steve says Burt Ward. William Smith says Burt Ward. So does Jeff and Tootsie. Missy Brock says Sean Connery.
Correct answer then on that one is Burt Ward. The original and true Robin. Batman and Robin. Well, since Peter North mentioned Gilligan's Island earlier,
Oh,
got a Gilligan's
you got a
Island question.
Gilligan?
On Gilligan's Island, Captain Jonas Grumby of the SS Minnow is better known by what nickname?
Jeff and Tootsie says, pow, whack, poof. Oh, the Batman.
Batman, yeah.
Steve says Skipper. Spaceman said he had a lot of ladies in his poll. William says Skipper. Hike with Mike says the captain. Cindy says Skipper. Missy Brock says captain. Ed Griffith says Skipper. Jeff and Tootsie says Skipper. So does Guru. Missy Brock, good old Cap. Hike with Mike says, oh shoot, I was thinking of the captain.
Oh my gosh,
Tennille.
Captain and Tennille.
Tennille, LOL.
I remember Captain
Spaceman
Crunch.
says Captain Crunch.
Oh my gosh. It was the skipper. Good grief. Captain Crunch. Often called the genius, this piano playing legend had early success in the rhythm and blues circuit before finding crossover success on his Modern Sounds album.
Missy Brock put a Captain Crunch in there.
Yeah, that's.
Missy says Harry Connick Jr. William Smith says Little Richard. Cindy says Jerry Lee Lewis. Got some different answers.
Yep.
Here.
No right answer yet.
Jerry Lewis.
Think of always wore dark sunglasses. That's the only clue I can give.
Ronnie Millsap, Dean Martin, Floyd Kramer, Stevie Wonder, Jimmy Swaggart, Ray Charles.
There we go. Steve got it.
Oh, it was
Ray Charles.
Cindy Lou said Ray Charles.
What
Jeff
did-
and Tootsie says, Fred, bonus to ask. Ask the one I asked last night, but tell the ones that was in my show not to answer.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember that?
Oh, good grief. I can't remember that. That was a whole night ago.
Whole night ago. It was just yesterday.
I had a busy day. Not to mention ridiculous traffic. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, there you go. Thank you for reminding me. Who was the first mayor of Mayberry in the Andy Griffith Show? And I do remember the answer.
Lots of talk lately that Stevie isn't blind. Really?
Really? That's
Huh.
interesting.
Missy Brock says, I'm slacking tonight. These are hard for little old me. Don't worry about it. They're hard for me, too. I'm sitting over here trying to figure out what some of these things are.
Yeah, I have to show her the card so she can try to see
Steve
the
says,
answer.
I don't remember stuff from yesterday either, Fred.
Oh my
Hike
gosh.
with Mike says Otis. Spaceman says Mayor Stone. William Smith says Jeff. Ed Griffith says Otis. Missy Brock
Boss
says
Hogg.
Boss Hogg, of course.
Wrong show.
So Missy says,
Oh
just
yeah,
kidding.
just kidding.
So nobody's
So
got that one
nobody's
for
got
the
it.
Jeff and Tootsie question.
Yeah. do I tell them?
Do you want to give a hint, Jeff, or do you want to say the answer?
I know they had 3 mayors after that.
Missy Brock says Opie's grandpapa. I mean, that is a good trivia question, though, Jeff.
Yeah, I did not, and I didn't Google it. I didn't
Cindy
look it up.
Lucy says Barney Fife.
Yeah, well, William Smith knows it starts with a P.
Jeff knows I can't remember it starts with a P.
Yeah, and it was only said in one episode.
Mike with Mike says Otis the drunk would have made a great mayor.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He's off.
We'll conduct the meetings
in the jail.
In the jail. Jeff and Tootsie says William is close.
Yes, he is. He's close. He got the first letter.
Ed Griffith says Ernest T. Bass. Spaceman says Mayor Pike. Parley Bear. Missy says Jeff and Tootsie's trying to trip us up.
I'm just going to give the answer.
He says go ahead and tell.
It was Mayor Poindexter. So William Smith, you remembered the P. I didn't remember the question.
Pike.
Not Pike. You remember I didn't remember the question. It was too long ago.
You just remember the answer. Right?
Well, when he was saying it, then I remembered it.
Ding, ding, ding. That one's good though. That's a good question.
Yeah.
And even you stumped up some of them too on there last night, Jeff.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Even the ones who knew Andy Griffith.
Yeah, there were some
through and through.
Yeah, they knew it very well, and it's like, what? William Smith. I saw Jeff last night. Oh. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was on at the same time watching. Next question. In the series The Bionic Woman, how does Jamie Summers become injured?
William Smith says, and I started to say Poindexter, but was uncertain.
I should have said it. You would have been right. Oh. I didn't even remember it.
I thought you said you remembered.
I remembered the answer after
yeah.
But I didn't know it yesterday.
Ed Griffith says skydiving. William Smith says car crash. Cindy says plane accident. Missy Brock says meteorite. Jeff and Tootsie says plane crash.
So the correct answer on that was skydiving. Good job, Ed Griffith.
Yeah, the plane crash, I think that was a $6 million man, wasn't it?
Yeah, his was he was a test pilot and his plane crashed on landing.
Yeah.
That was that one. Okay, this one's a little bit old, but it's still within the boomers area.
Oh boy.
This 1954 sci-fi film gave us Pod People.
Oh my. Ed Griffith says, that's my girl. Cindy says, mine too, Ed. Yeah, those were the shows, right?
Yeah.
William Smith says Twilight Zone. Hike with Mike says Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Steve says Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So does Cindy. Jeff and Tootsie said Twilight. Missy Brock says Body Snatchers. Or Alfred Hitchcock. Oh, yeah. Well, I watched a bunch of those, too.
Yeah, it was Invasion of the Body Snatchers. This TV cowboy stepped onto the big screen in 1956.
1956. Way before my time.
And mine.
Jeff and Tootsie says Marshall Dillon. Hike with Mike says Roy Rogers. Cindy says John Wayne.
This
Missy
this
says
TV cowboy stepped onto the big screen in 1956.
Missy T says Roy Rogers. William Smith says JW. Probably for John Wayne.
Yeah.
Steve says John Wayne. Missy Brock says Ronald Reagan.
I guess I need to give a hint.
Maybe.
He had a sidekick named Tonto.
Oh. Clint Eastwood, Gene Autry, Kathy Ireland.
No, Jeff, no.
Lone Ranger. There we
go.
go. Ding ding. Steve says Lone Ranger. Ed Griffith, Lone Ranger. Yep.
Now we had a mini skirts question. Now we have a different one.
Uh-oh.
What term coined in 1970 describes extremely short shorts?
Steve says hot pants. Daisy Dukes. Hot pants. Daisy Dukes. Hot pants. Cindy says Missy T. Daisy Dukes.
Back then, they weren't called Daisy Dukes. They didn't even know what a Daisy Duke was. It was hot pants was the correct answer on that.
That's the same thing, though, right?
Well,
But they didn't.
they didn't know what the Daisy Dukes was back then,
Oh yeah.
because that was
Dukes
of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard, yeah. Steve says yes, once again, proving that I'm old.
We're all old.
ICU skirts.
Oh, good grief, Jeff.
Oh my.
Oh.
Missy Brock says I had an answer, but I would have been banned for life. Oh no.
Oh no.
No, you wouldn't have been banned.
Well, we don't know.
Oh, you mean you two?
You two may have.
We wouldn't have banned you.
Hey, you get much more stranger things come up on other YouTube channels, right, Jeff? Oh boy. This Spud themed toy was redesigned in 1975, doubling its size.
Steve says, well, now we're interested, Missy Brock. Jeff and Tootsie says, that's right, Fred.
Mm-hmm.
Missy's laughing or something.
Yep.
Cindy says, Mr. Potato Head. So does Jeff and Tootsie. Missy Brock says, repeat, what grew in size?
That's on Jeff's channel.
Repeat.
This Spud themed toy was redesigned in 1975, doubling its size. That's a loaded question. That's fine.
No, I'm laughing because what grew in size? Mr. Taterhead.
Yeah, there you go.
Cindy's laughing.
I know. Next one. This band released a song, Inagata da Vida. I got that 45.
You still have it?
Yes, I still have it.
Oh. Aqualung, Iron Butterfly. Another Iron Butterfly, Iron Maiden.
Another Iron Butterfly.
Jethro Tull. Hike with Mike says Iron Maiden. Oh wait, that was a Gen X thing. LOL.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeff Enthusiast says Iron My Pants.
What?
Well, because there's Iron
Oh.
Butterfly, Iron Maiden.
It was Iron Butterfly, and on the flip side of that 45 that it was on was Iron Butterfly, the musics. They had a title called Iron Butterfly, done by Iron Butterfly. Yeah. After the departure of their original singer and songwriter, Syd, spelled S-Y-D, Barrett, this band went on to define the sound of the early 70s. They're a great group.
Missy says Jethro Tull. Thanks. That's what I was thinking. Couldn't spit it out. Hike with Mike says Iron Maiden had a song called Iron Maiden 2.
Huh.
Missy Brock says I'm wrong anyways.
That's all right.
Pink Floyd. Maybe.
No, not maybe.
Another Pink Floyd. Sex Pistols. Missy says repeat.
Repeat. Okay. After the departure of their original singer and songwriter, Syd Barrett, this band went on to define the sound of the early 70s.
Steve says, how can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly, Steve. That's a good response there.
We don't need no education. Cindy says Black Sabbath. Stars. Missy Brock says I'm gonna vote for Pink Floyd then.
Yep, Pink Floyd
Hike
is.
with Mike says the Carpenters question mark.
No, it's.
Spaceman says, hey teacher, leave those kids
Yeah,
alone."
exactly. Pink Floyd,
Uh-huh.
great group. I'm coming, Elizabeth is a chest clenching utterance by what Sanford and Son character?
You want the actor's name,
yeah.
right?
No.
What?
What is the Sanford and Son's character name?
Oh. Okay. Fred Sanford. Yep. Sanford himself.
Yep, Fred Sanford.
Yep.
Oh, we had a Connie
This
question.
is the
and a
big
Fred
one.
question.
Yep.
Yeah, this is
This
the
is
big
the
one.
big one.
Exactly.
Red Fox. Yeah.
Yeah. Which actor appeared as James Bond in 1965's Thunderball?
Yeah, Red Fox. Rest in peace.
Yep. That was a funny show.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sean Connery. George Lazenby. Roger Moore. Jeff and Tootsie wasn't Sean. He says wasn't Sean. Roger Moore.
Actually, the correct answer on that was Sean Connery. Director Ed Wood is remembered for this zany 1959 sci-fi movie. Saw that show up on. It was either on Amazon or Freebie. I think it was Freebie that had it. Bottom one.
I've never even heard of that one.
I know it's a weird one.
Jeff and Tootsie says, I thought it was Roger. Missy Brock says, okay, Nightbot. Cindy says, The Blob. Missy Brock says, Spaceballs. Steve says, no clue. Spaceballs, LOL.
I know.
I don't know. I never heard of this one.
So this one is Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Hike with Mike says, Johnny Depp portrayed him in a movie. Can't think of the name of the original. Steve said, John Candy.
Yeah.
William Smith said Plan 9 from Outer Space.
There you go. Somebody knew it.
Yeah, you must have pulled that one out and took the dust off or whatever.
Blew the dust off.
Missy Brock says, I never.
Blew the dust off the VHS.
Hike with Mike says the Johnny Depp movie was really good.
Charlton Heston rides a chariot in this 1959 film. That's an easy one.
William Smith says, I know nothing. Google knows everything.
No.
Jeff and Tootsie says, knock the dust off. Hike with Mike says, Ben-Hur. Moses. Ben-Hur. Another Ben-Hur. Ben-Him.
Ben-Him? Ben-Hur? ATR and Ben-Him. Oh my God.
Gone with the Wind. Been there.
Been there. Oh my gosh. What's next?
Been gone.
Oh, Bend Over. I know it.
Bend over.
Been there, done that.
Been there, been done that. Done that.
Been there, done that.
You got my tongue twisted, Missy. Fletch.
Oh, good grief.
Been over.
Yeah, it was Ben-Hur. Not Ben-Hur, but H-U-R. Oh my gosh. Each episode of The Rockford Files begins with a camera shot of what? That's an interesting one.
Steve says wacky. Car, phone recorder, and James Garner. Cindy says, oh geez. Missy Brock says Justice Wait thingy.
So far I see one right answer.
The Bible. Gavel. Cindy Lou who says love James Garner.
Rockford.
Magnifying glass.
So the correct answer on that, and Hike with Mike is sort of right. Phone recorder, also known as an answering machine. It was an answering machine.
Oh, okay. Well, close enough.
Yeah, that's why I said.
Popo. Ike with Mike says, I used to
Popo.
watch the Rockford Files repeats right after coming home from high school. Oh, okay.
You and me both.
You watch Rockford?
Yeah. I watched that up after coming home from high school. Same thing. That's wild. Okay. More clothing questions. What 1970s fashion trend was characterized by simple and often dirty clothes?
That's That's a strange one.
It is a strange one. If people don't get it and any idea on it, then
Grunge, cutoffs. Grunge. Panties. Cut off jeans. Jorts. Grunge. Potheads. Not judging.
give you a hint. The people who wore this type of clothing had bizarre hairdos. And I mean bizarre.
Well, you put the card down, so. Beehives. Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
There we go.
Punk.
Missy got it.
Bell bottoms. There you go, Missy. Hairband. Missy, you got the
Got it, the
punk.
first one. Punk was the one. Strange. Some call this Led Zeppelin song the best rock song of all time.
Hike with Mike says hairband folks were much more stylish and glam.
Yeah, they didn't have.
Missy Brock says that was a workout.
That, they didn't have to have their hair look like spikes or mohawks or any other weird hairstyles.
Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah, I knew that was
Stairway
going
to
to be an
Heaven.
easy one.
Yep. Everybody's got Stairway to Heaven.
Yep. Hey,
Hey,
Gary.
there he is. Hey, Gary, how's it going?
Kathy Ireland. I knew that's gonna come up. It came up earlier, so before you even got here.
Steve says, yeah, I think everyone got that one. Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
did.
What television series is based on author Laura Ingalls Wilder's life? You know that answer.
Oh, yeah. Steve says, how's Kathy to Gary? Hike with Mike, Little House on the Prairie. Little house, little house, little house. Yep. Everybody's saying Little House.
Yep.
Kathy Ireland, The Total Story.
So good grief.
Yeah, Kathy Ireland meets Laura Ingalls.
Oh my gosh. That's a fiasco.
Behind the scenes with Kathy Ireland.
Oh my goodness. The Orions, a vocal group from Philadelphia, popularized this dance in the early 60s.
Missy Brock says, now, kids, this is what I watched after school. Yeah, Missy, good show.
And somebody still watches it.
Occasionally. Hey, you know when there's just a bunch of junk?
Yeah,
on
I
TV,
know,
What
I
else
know.
are you gonna watch? Kathy Ireland, Beyond the Bikini.
Oh my gosh.
Gary says I would watch that. Jeff and Tootsie says Highway to Heaven is a dang good show. Also, I love it. Yeah, it is. It is very good. Yeah, both of what's his name? He was Mr. Edwards on the.
I don't know his name.
But he was also on Highway to Heaven.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, it was a spinoff of
Missy
that.
Brock says Little House. I always cry. Laura much better than Kathy. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh boy.
Too legit to quit. Missy T says The Jerk. Or Stoned.
The correct answer on that
Michael
wild
Landon was a
question is the Watusi? No idea. That's
Well, yeah, yeah, Michael Landon was on the Highway to Heaven, but his co-star,
yeah.
um, he played Mr. Edwards on Little House on the Prairie, and he was also on Highway to Heaven. What's his name?
Yeah, don't know what his name was.
I can't think of it.
I can't think of it either.
Victor French. That's it.
Ah, see, somebody knows it. Oh,
Cindy
he
Lou
was a
who
football
says he was a
player.
football
Huh.
player. Yeah. I think another one that was also on Little House was a football player. He was the tall guy.
Oh, good grief, you would ask.
Yeah.
I don't know that one. Next question. Andy Kaufman plays a goofy but lovable mechanic named Latka in what sitcom?
Gary says I didn't catch the question. Oh, we were just talking side notes on the Little House on the Prairie. That's all.
Yeah.
Missy Brock says loved him too. Not so much a hottie though. No, I wouldn't say he was, but
A whole bunch of.
William Smith says the Michael Landon movie, played by John Schneider, was good. Oh, Michael London. Michael was a troubled soul. Doesn't matter. The answer is always the same.
Well, nope, don't do that.
Taxi, Lotka, taxi, taxi, taxi. Hike with Mike says the tall guy was a football player for the Kansas City Chief, Merrill something.
Yeah, Gary, that's right. The show also had Mary
Taxi,
Lou Henner in it.
taxi.
And I seen Mary Lou Henner in a recent show, which was interesting. She still does acting. And correct, the answer was Taxi. Launched in 1959, she's one of the most popular toys of all time. That's a dangerous one to thing because of Gary and
Steve says Mary Lou Henner remembers her entire life, every detail, or so she claims.
Huh.
Missy says Barbie. Cindy says Barbie. Steve says Slinky.
Slinky.
Barbie. Lindsay T. Barbie.
Silly Buddy.
Silly Putty. Ken.
No, Ken was later. G.I. Joe.
Ken could never make up his mind.
No.
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe with Kung Fu Grip.
Kathy
Kathy
Ireland's Dream Life.
I knew that was going to come up. The correct answer, though, was Barbie. Next question. What iconic immigration office was closed in 1954?
Kathy Ireland's Easy Bake Oven. Hike with Mike says Robin Zander, lead singer of Cheap Trick. I checked him in for a Delta flight. He had his newborn son with him, and
Oh, wow.
I had just had my first child too. We hung around and talked about children. It was cool.
Oh, wow. That's neat.
Yeah. William Smith says Merlin. Oh yeah, it was Merlin Olsen. Yep. Garvey, I think he played Garvey in Little House. Gary says, I like it, Missy Brock. No wonder we get along. Gary says that island in New York, Alamo, The Rock. Oh yeah, William. I know what you meant. Gary, Staten Island, Ellis
Steve got
Island.
it. Steve was the first one to get it.
Alcatraz.
It's Ellis Island.
Missy Brock says I like to cut up at Gary. Steve says I forgot the question. William Smith says no, I didn't Google that one. Gary says we will get along just fine. Hike with Mike says Robin Zander lives in Safety Harbor now. Oh, that's interesting.
Really? That is interesting.
You know, a lot of stars live in that general area.
Huh.
And there was somebody that passed away not long ago, and I can't remember who it was, but I think they said that she lived in Safety Harbor.
Yeah, I remember.
Who
I
was that?
can't remember who it was, but I do remember that they said that she passed away in Safety Harbor. It's like, Really? Kirstie Alley, that's
Oh,
who.
yeah, that's who it was. Okay. Thanks,
Man.
Cindy. Steve says my excuse is old age.
Yeah, it's all of ours.
Yeah, I didn't know that she had been living there.
Yeah,
And
that's
so,
wild.
yeah,
We lived
I
there for
was
so
kind of
long.
surprised. Gary says, wait, I'm being distracted here at work. No fair.
No, that's fine.
Cindy says, I loved her.
Charlton Heston stars in this dystopian 1973 film, which featured an odd new food. Very odd. Very, very odd.
Steve says, Planet of the Apes. William Smith says, apes. Jeff and Tootsie says, Cheers, one of my favorite shows.
Oh, yeah, she was in that.
Yep. Gary says, Planet of the Apes. Cindy Lou Who says, Planet of the Apes.
Yep. Odd food. Think of that.
Odd food.
The food was like plates and they were different colors. Not Mad Max.
You dang dirty apes.
No, not that one.
Cheers is my favorite show ever. That was good. Steve says Roddy McDowell. Jeff and Tootsie says gonna watch Cheers after this. Fiesta. William Smith says Kirstie prettier than Kathy. Gary says I used to go into a live and say Norm, but I had to keep explaining it.
So the correct answer on that one was Soylent Green.
Oh yeah, that was.
I got the DVD of that.
Gary says, "LOL, you really need to be tested, William Smith." Missy T says Norm.
Oh my gosh. Norm sitting.
Steve says Gary says it's people.
Yes, exactly. It's people. That's what they
people
were.
Wafers.
Yep. The trash man pick it up and that's what they did.
William Smith says I'm tired, Bell Loop, up since 3:30 and 650 miles later. That can make you really tired.
Here's a cop question. What series features an unorthodox cop who often wears disguises while on the beat?
Gary says drug testing is readily available these days at William Smith.
Oh, Gary!
Missy says Magnum PI. William Smith says Columbo. Gary says wah. Cindy says Beretta.
Yep.
Jeff and Tootsie says Norm. Is it cold outside? Yep. I got Jack Frost nipping at my nose. Now let's get Joe Beer nipping at my liver. Steve says Kojak. William Smith says Columbo.
Hey, numismatic. Welcome.
William Smith says, that's okay, Gary. Steve says Robert Blake just died.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah,
Was that today?
I didn't hear about that. But... Yeah, it was Beretta, and he was actually, before he became an actor, he was a cop. He was a cop in the town I grew up as.
Oh, Steve says a few days ago.
Oh, wow.
I missed that one.
He was a cop in the town just north of the town that I grew up in.
Ah.
Up north.
Jeff says, I know most of the normisms, LOL. Cindy says he was Spanky.
He was Spanky? I didn't know that.
Missy Brock says Chips.
Who directed the film A Clockwork Orange?
Cindy says Little Rascals. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Little Rascals.
So that was him?
I didn't know that. I'll have to look. I don't think that was him, though.
William Smith says, I'm about 150 miles south of you, Belt Loop.
Mm.
Kubrick.
Yep.
Brain fog. Gary says, LOL, I hang out here most Wednesdays, Skipper. I have a lot of fun here. Steve says, yes, Stanley. Missy Brock says, Stan Kubrick. Cindy says, Stanley Kubrick. Missy Brock says, weirdo.
Part of the year, the News of Miss Manic is also Santa.
Ah. Jeff and Tootsie says, Norm, how's life treating you? Like it's been in bed with my wife.
Another Normism.
Gary says, so very cool. William Smith, you should come up. I will treat you to lunch sometime.
So that was Stanley Kubrick. 3 more questions, and then we have to stop for the night.
Gary says, Fred is good people, but rarely gives us another 5 minutes.
You're right on that. Marketed as an original instant life, this aquatic pet was popular with kids in the 60s.
Gary says, no, dadgummit.
Sorry, Gary.
Gary says, Slinky.
Slinky was a pet?
Then he says, eel. Missy Brock
Eel?
says, glowworm.
Eh.
Hike with Mike says, sea monkeys. Freddy the fish. Frogs.
Yep. Hike with Mike. Nightbot.
Bruce. Nightbot. Yeah. Ivan the Terrible.
Hike with Mike got it. It's sea monkeys. I remember those things.
Cindy said sea monkeys too.
Okay, yeah. I remember those things. Which is strange.
Chia.
Oh, no.
I know, they got a chia pet for everything. StreamYard.
Okay. Here's the shorts. Remember
Yeah,
the
I
shorts
forgot.
question?
Oh, yeah.
Who wears short shorts was a question asked by what cosmetic brand's classic TV jingle?
Oh, I know that one. Also, Hike with Mike says, also known as brine shrimp. LOL. Sharks. Statue of Liberty. Missy Brock says, I thought I had that one. Missy says, Nair. Hike with Mike says, Nair. Cindy, Nair. William Smith says, Nair. They all say Nair.
Yeah, Missy, you were the first
Gary
one.
says, chicks and babies are us.
What?
Missy Brock
Chicks
says,
and
that
shorts?
crap hurts too. Yeah.
Ugh.
I know, that stuff is nasty. Chicks and
Oh, good
shorts.
grief, Jeff and Tootsie.
Daisy Dukes mostly.
Yeah, it was Nair. Missy got it first. Good job on that one. This is a weird one, and I've actually heard of them. Which groovy group released the Far Out single "Incense and Peppermints" in 1967?
Bad booties, babes. Hike with Mike says there is a hole in the ozone layer because us hair bands use so much Aquanet.
Oh, it's all your fault. Okay,
Yeah.
we know who to blame. Yeah.
Gary said monkeys. The Freedmont 4. Aquanet. Do they still sell that stuff?
No, I think it was banned because they said it killed the ozone layer.
Hike with Mike says the green tambourine. Gary says fire on the mountain.
There we go.
Strawberry alarm clock. Cindy says no idea. Teddy Pendergrass.
William Smith.
Missy Brock, a Hike with Mike. Me for my booth. Yes, they still make it.
Oh my gosh.
Fire down below. Salt and pepper.
Hike with Mike. I think it was. No, William Smith. William Smith got it.
Yep.
Strawberry alarm clock.
Okay.
And I got that song now in my head.
Oh no. Pulp Fiction.
That was another one of those classic songs that you hear occasionally.
The Four Tops.
Well, that's going to be it for us for tonight. So we thank you all for coming. Next week, we're going to do a little bit of a different one. It's going to be trivia based on a certain movie. I'm not saying which. You'll have to catch the thumbnail that I put out probably Tuesday night.
Everybody's saying 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. Next week, special guest is Kathy Ireland.
No. We already did a Kathy Ireland trivia one time. Gary does 5 more minutes like 8 times.
5 more minutes. He says 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
Hey, Gary, I have a question for you. Whatever happened to that? My goodness.
Trolling now.
Whatever happened to doing that shout out live? You were wanting me to be on with it? Oh my gosh, even Missy's at it.
Yep. Gary doing paperwork. Yeah.
10 more minutes? No. Your call.
My call.
Yeah.
Or if you, whatever you guys want to talk about. The format is changing. Missy says, Connie, tell him 5 more minutes. Jeff and Tootsie says, oh, stay on, Fred. William Smith says, white people been going 3 hours.
Can't do that.
Gary says, we are having people up on panel, and I would love to have you up on panel. Could be there the whole time.
Well, let me know.
Missy Brock says, don't you love us? Of course we do.
Yes. We've
Steve
been on
says,
an hour.
you got to be like kids. Please, 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 Fred. We limit to 1 hour. Oh, okay. Gary, you're saying about
they limit it to 1 hour.
The Sunday, but when
when do you do it though on Sunday? Because we do have
we do church.
We do church in the morning.
Gary says, be at my channel at noon on Sunday.
Noon your time?
You have to go to the earlier service.
Yeah, we would do.
Missy Brock says, pretty pleased with cherries on top.
Oh my gosh.
What's 5 more minutes? 12 noon Central Time.
Okay, that helps. So 1 o'clock. I will be there.
Steve says, same bat time, same bat channel. Yeah.
I'm going to do 5 more cards, and then that will be it.
Okay, we'll do 5 more cards.
5 more cards, and then we have to stop.
Jeff says, give me just 5 more minutes song. Gary says, anybody interested in making some connections, be at my channel on Sunday at noon Central Time.
I thought
Missy
that was.
Brock says, yay.
I thought that was give me 2 steps, give me 2 steps, mister, give me 2 steps towards the door. It's a song.
Name the artist.
Yeah, name the artist of that one. The first of the 5 questions. A comedy about a well-to-do bachelor who assumed custody of his brother's orphan children was called what?
Cindy said Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, that's what it was, Leonard Skinner.
My brother's orphan children. Family Affair.
Yep.
Family Affair.
Total blank. I don't know that show.
Well, Family Affair.
Family
boy, they had their
Affair.
problems, didn't they?
Oh my gosh.
Like the kids, I don't know, perished early or something, or
Yes.
a couple of them.
Both kids, Buffy and Jody, died early.
Buffy, Jody, and that fine chick. The Jeffersons.
It was a family affair.
That's great, William. You subscribed to Belt Loop.
There you go.
The Little Rascals.
Robert Redford and Barbara Streisand starred together in this 1973 romantic drama.
Cindy says child actors don't live long.
Yeah, for some reason they don't. It's like the Poltergeist movie. All the young actors that were in that, they all died.
Steve says,
shortly
what's your
after.
channel, Belt Loop?
That's his channel, Steve. It's Belt Loop 29.
I think he's wanting them to put this link out there. Gary, you can put your link.
Yeah,
out there.
Gary, post your link.
Chicks are us.
There you go.
Funny girl.
William Smith.
The way we were.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. Now I remember.
Yep, the way we were. Cindy Lou got it. There you go. For those who not subscribed to Gary, Belt Loop.
Kathy Ireland.
No, Kathy Ireland.
Oh, William Smith says Google did it.
Oh.
Gary says that should work. If not, let me know.
Robert Allen.
Thanks, Gary.
Robert Allen Zimmerman is best known for his work under what stage name? That's a bizarre name.
William Smith says, will Kathy be there?
Oh.
Oh, good night, Ed.
Good night, Ed.
Glad
Thanks
you
for
could
coming.
join us. That dude from the Sex Pistols.
There we go.
Bob Dylan, William Smith says.
Yep, Bob Dylan. This singer and drummer performed in a duo with her brother, Richard, and featured on hits such as They Long to Be Close to You, Top of the World, and Rainy Days and Mondays.
Gary says Dylan Thomas. Steve says Carpenters. Karen Carpenter.
Yep.
Hailstorm. Missy Brock says Osmond.
It was Karen Carpenter, to be exact.
Carpenters. Gary says love the group.
Yeah, they are good. Last question, and it is the last question because we already gone almost 15 minutes.
You're in overtime.
Yeah, in overtime. Frequently making sexiest woman of all time lists. I think she recently passed away. This actress stars in films such as Bedazzled, Bandolero, and 1 Million Years BC.
Gary says she passed from complications of anorexia. Steve says, my cousin was in love with Donny Osmond. Missy Brock says, okay. William Smith says, gotta get some sleep. Up at 3:30 again.
Ooh.
All right, good night, William.
Sorry.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
I can't get up that early. 5. When I have to get up at 5 is hard enough. No, Jeff, not Tracy Lord. Good grief. And not Kathy Ireland.
Rachel Welch.
Raquel.
Raquel Welch. Another Raquel.
Yeah, it is.
Bo Derek, Tracy Lord.
No, not Tracy Lord.
William Smith says Raquel prettier than Kathy, and I ain't smoking nothing.
And the correct answer on that was Raquel Welch. So, and that is the last question for this week's trivia. So, thank you all for coming. You can catch.
Thanks for playing trivia with us.
We'll be doing, like I said, next week we'll be doing trivia from a specific movie or movie series. It could be a movie series, but it will be next Wednesday night, normal time, and we will be putting the thumbnail up so you'll get a clue of what it is on Tuesday. So thank you all for coming, and
good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody, and I will be on Gary Beltloop's live thing on Sunday at 12 Central, 1 Eastern. Good night, all.
Good night.